Hi, good evening, everybody. Welcome to FXPRIMUS PAMM webinar. We are streaming live tonight, Monday, December 17 at 9 p.m. local time. So welcome again. My name is Edmund. I'm actually the head of Primus Academy for Asian region. I will be a moderator and also for tonight's event. So before we get into the PAMM details, let us just have a look at what actually is PAMM. Okay, if you are on the website, please log into pam.fxprimus.com. This will lead you to our PAMM homepage, where you can see that this is where our masters and followers and also their rankings are placed. Okay, so PAMM, what is PAMM? PAMM is actually percentage allocation money management, and the basic idea of PAMM is to link the experience and trading performance of a master to the funds of an investor or a follower. Okay, so basically for PAMM service, it affords the opportunity for masters to showcase their performance to all the investors around the world, as long as they can access our PAMM website. And at the same time, the PAMM service allows followers the ultimate in terms of selecting the masters, analyzing their data and performance, and understanding the strategies of the masters before the investors select which masters to go for. Okay, so in short, the follower has complete control of their deposits and withdrawals, as the PAMM account is open under the investor's own name, and they have full control on the funding and withdrawals. Okay, all fees and commissions are transparent, and no surprises or hidden charges are involved in the PAMM system. Okay, of course, using the PAMM system, the masters are actually trading their own funds also, which helps to make sure that the fund managers don't trade recklessly or trade without proper risk management. Okay, so the PAMM system also automates all the profits, all the losses, and all the profit sharing on a timely basis without delays, either to the master or to the followers on a timely basis. Okay, so this is our PAMM website. Please have a look at it. I would also like to click on how PAMM works. We just ran through a quick one just now. So basically, the PAMM is a solution to make it possible to copy trade operations from master account to one or more follower accounts, and helps to automate the profit and loss distribution. Okay, PAMM service guarantees the exact and instantaneous copying of trades on followers' funds. Okay, so it is a very cutting-edge software, and as a result of this cooperation between the masters and the followers, every participant will benefit from this arrangement. Okay, later on, we will invite the 3 masters on, but if you do have time at home, you can actually analyze the offer parameters. These are actually the terms and conditions being put on the table by each master. So each offer will be different in terms of their performance fee. This is how it's read. The performance fee is the first parameter that we're looking at. The performance fee, the master commission, if there's any, minimum performance constraints, assignment commission, early revocation penalty, if any, initial assignments, minimum top-up balance minimal, and also the trading interval. So it's good to understand these parameters, because this is the basis of how we're going to agree to the terms and conditions set by the masters. Okay, for those, I believe most of the participants here in the webinar, you already have your FXPRIMUS MT4 account. Okay, if you have your account, you would have your member area login username and password. So to create the PAMM account, you just have to go to the website, log into your member area. Okay, log into your member area, and then you just select PAMM service. Okay, there'll be a certain term and condition. You just have to agree with it, and your PAMM ID will be created immediately. So your PAMM ID and password is actually different and separate from your personal MT4 username and password. Okay, you just remember that. So whenever you want to log into your PAMM ID, you come back to the PAMM website and click login. Okay, then you log in as a follower, just key in your PAMM login and password, and you'll be able to access your follower PAMM account. Okay. So without further ado, I would like to just give you some background, some information about the three masters that we are inviting here tonight. The first one is actually, his name is, by no particular order, his name is FX Starts here, which is currently ranked number 10 on the list. So he will share with us more details later. The second one is actually by the name of Jeff Yong. Okay, you can Google search his ranking here. Currently, Jeff Yong is, I think, should be in the second page. Okay, then of course our third presenter or master tonight will be Jobless, currently ranking number 9. So we will listen to their strategies and why they have chosen FXPRIMUS PAMM as their platform to showcase their performance. And if you have any questions for the masters or for me, we will address those questions towards the end of the session, roughly about 9:30 or 9:45 p.m. Okay, let's see. Okay, so give me a second. Okay.
Hello. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. Yes,
Okay.
we can hear you. We can hear you.
Okay, let me start my PowerPoint first. First of all, I would like to say thank you very much to FXPRIMUS for giving me this opportunity. So today I'm going through a short webinar, a short presentation with the title of How to Make Profit Using the FXPRIMUS PAMM System. Okay, before
Jeff,
I
can you
start,
put your mic closer to you or go nearer to your laptop? Speak closer to the mic, please.
the mic is next to my mouth.
Okay. That's the best we can do. Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. First of all, let's just give a brief introduction about myself. I have a double degree in business, which is finance and accounting, and I started working in 1989 in various industries as a GM in a restaurant, a lead auditor in quality management, also a financial consultant in KPMG. And then I start from year 2000 to until now, I actually run 5 companies on my own. Okay, ST Tires, Electronic, Isaac Auto Garage, Starfish Academy. Okay, this is some of the courses that I've conducted previously. Okay, without much wasting of the time, let's just go through my philosophy. Actually, my philosophy is called Starfish Trading Method. Okay, just allow me to remind you all. My method is called investment concept. Okay, investment here is not speculation. I don't speculate much. I more prefer using this spot trading platform as an investment rather than a speculation. Okay, so my concept is actually quite simple. What I'm looking here is about buy low and close high. Okay, let's give you some let's give you a bit of explanation. Okay, this is what I mean by buy low and close high. Okay, as indicated in the chart, so I will find the support level of each point of the chart. As this one is a GBP versus USD, you see the yellow dot, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, this is called the entry price. Means whenever I hit this entry price, I will just make it as a transaction, a buy. So as you see the green color is the point that I close the transaction, taking my profit. So this is some of the example. Green spot, green, 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 green again, green, green again, green, green, green again. So my strategy, most of the time, I will focus on buy rather than short, because before I actually enter to this currency pair, the price has been dropped tremendously. What I believe, whatever is low enough, is a good value to buy, so I'll buy and keep. So as a result, or the summary is, we buy at each support level and take profit whenever it rebound. Okay, we don't take too much of a trade with the sell, especially when the price already too high, too low. This is because psychology side, the price is already too low, and you'll get the pressure whenever the price rebound. So most of the time, I focus on buy rather than sell, unless I'm very sure it's an obvious downtrend. Okay, this is just some of the comparison between a trader and investor. Well, most of the time, the trader require a full-time basis because they look at they monitor the chart and the fundamental. For mine, as an investor, I most of the time I focus on actually 2 to 5 years. And of course, sometimes I will close the transaction between 1 day to 2 days also possible. So in terms of accuracy, according to statistic, averaging trader winning ratio is 55% versus 45% of losing trade. However, for investor and investment strategy, 90% accuracy is achieved because the key thing is the money management is a key success factor in an investment. About knowledge, okay, you want to be a good trader, minimum you need to have a 2 to 5 years experience before becoming a professional trader. However, as an investor, all you need to do is make sure that you know how to do the risk management, money management, because you will find a way to trade whenever it's low enough. In terms of ROI for trader range from a negative 100%, means you lost full account or infinity, in unlimited. Some of the trader account can get a profit of 1 to 2,000% also possible. Capital requirement wise, minimum for trader is 1,000 because otherwise your trading size will be too small. It will not justify for the time that you actually trading the trade. However, for investor, minimum is 100 US dollar, which indicate to start an investment strategy or simply by just tag to one of the PAMM Masters that whom you believe can give you the profit that you want. In terms of trading trend, there's a lot of time that to buy or sell, depends on the fundamental and technical chart. For investor wise, you need to calculate the money management, make sure that it doesn't hit the bottom level of the price. And lastly, strategy. Applicable to any currency pair as long as the trend is meeting the pattern and requirement. However, for investment, we only focus on 7 major currencies, as we believe none of the 7 major currencies in the world can collapse. If any one of the major currency collapse, it will cause the world economy also collapse. So this is the summary of this difference between the trader and investor. Okay, so the summary is that if the big banks, which I call it big boys, if they allow us to know the trend, they will not making the money from the traders. So a lot of time, a lot of news and technical also a bit of tough to get it right all the time. Okay. This is one of the results that using an investment method. First of all, you see the deposit is 2,000, first profit is 4,002. You look at the chart, it's nicely all the way up. This example showing total trade is 1,231. The profit trade is 1,209. We lost in 22 times. The accuracy report is 98.21%. Okay, with our method, we managed to win 1,209 out of 1,231. Okay, out of this one, another thing we observe is 1,231 times, 1,224 times is a buy, and only 7 trade is sell. This is a 20 months account with just 2,000 capital. Okay, this is my PAMM. Again, my name is Jeff Young. Okay, I started this account on May 18, 2017. Okay, with a capital of 1,000. Active date is 407. Okay, you look at the summary of this account. Total trade is 1,956. Okay, all this trading, I won. The trade is 1,305, which is indicated here. Accuracy is 94.43%. I short only 416 times. Accuracy is 72.47%. Okay, this is a summary. You go under Jeff Young, the PAMM, you'll see this word called summary. Summary will show that out of all the trading, how many times I actually long versus how many times I short. And this is the total profit that I made out of this period of time. Okay, the last thing is about my offer. My offer here is stated here is JW209. 16 says 0 says 0 says 05. Okay, I translate to a meaning. Okay, so this simply means that our profit of, let's say, 1,160 is mine. Is my profit. Okay, and there's no additional master assignment. Master assignment is 0. Minimum performance also 0. And this 5 here is referred to early revocation. Early revocation here means that, let's say this my so-called my offer here is minimum is a quarter. If any time that you will close the account before the quarter or 3 months, you have a penalty of 5%. Okay, and then this 100 means minimum initial capital is 100. Anytime you want to top up, is minimum is 10 US dollar. Okay, and then the last one, this is 20 here, is referred to the commission to the IP. Okay, so this is about my offer. Okay, and because today is quite a short period of time, so I believe I should end my presentation here.
Sorry, Jeff. Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Hi, Jeff. Edmund here. Yeah,
Yes.
very nice sharing. Do you mind going back to your first slide?
First slide.
Yeah, we'd just like to, yeah. Okay, the first one would be, okay, so I believe you have, no mind, it's okay, sorry, the one with the chart just now?
The one with the chart. Okay, tell me when to
Yeah,
stop.
I think it's the, okay, next. Okay, next.
Next.
Okay, one more. Okay, so I believe this chart before.
Yes.
Yeah, just go back a little bit.
Sorry?
The chart before.
The chart before.
Yeah, the slide before. One more. Yeah, this one. Okay, so basically, this one, you do manual trading, or is it automated trading?
Oh, it's manual trading.
All is manual. Okay.
Alright.
Okay, that's a bit of an echo. Okay, so your concept is to buy low and sell high, and you've been trading mostly on the pound dollar, is that correct?
Actually, currently, yes. Currently,
Okay,
I believe. Yes, okay, go ahead.
okay. Is it still feasible to keep on buying pound dollar in the recent times, especially with those Brexit rumors and on and off pound, it's quite volatile. So you're still going on a buy? Yeah.
No, actually now I start to short. Honestly, I start to short.
Okay,
Looking
okay,
at
that's
the
good.
situation in England now, I don't think it's a good news. I think it's hard for them to actually get out of this deal for Brexit. They want to cancel also cannot. They want to proceed also cannot. Agreement, whatever agreement they want to make, they won't please anybody. So most likely it will go lower price. But again, as I said, if or not generally, this is what I believe. If everybody think the same, most of the time there is highly potential the price will reverse. As
Correct,
of
correct.
now, you look
Psychology.
at as of now you look at Great Britain USD, it's again rebound. If any
Correct,
reason,
correct.
not really, but actually rebound.
Yeah, true,
And
true.
so this is some of the trick that I consider the big boys actually is one way to make the profit out of the traders.
Not wrong, not wrong. Market psychology. Correct. Yeah. Do you mind having going to the next slide?
Next slide, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Next one, please.
Next one. Okay.
Yeah.
Table.
Okay. So basically, you're expecting your followers to be middle term to long term investors, correct? At least holding for 3 months because that is your interval period.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
But I see your profit sharing is pretty low. You're only taking a 16% cut of every dollar that you make, which is one of the lowest, to be honest, that I see from any masters on the list. Most masters are taking 30% or as high as 40 or 50%, but you're only taking 16%. Yeah. So I believe this is one of your advantages in terms of your offer.
Yes.
Okay. So you might go to the next slide.
Okay. This one, next one.
Yeah, okay, this one is fine. Of course, this one was your previous trading record, which most of it was a buy and only 7 sells. Okay, next one, please. Okay, yeah, we've seen this. Next one, please. Okay,
next one.
yeah, next one. Okay, so over here we can see that besides the pound, you also traded on New Zealand dollar, pound yen, a bit of dollar yen, euro dollar also, and also USD Canadian lah, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct.
So at any one point of time, you may hold some positions in multiple currencies also, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, very good. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Anything you want to share with us regarding these multiple currencies that you do trade now and then?
Okay. Whenever it does account that you trade multiple currency, actually, as again mentioned, this is not just a forex platform. Actually, it's called spot trading. Spot trading is referred that you can trade multiple things. For example, currency index, even a CFD cost share also you can trade. Cryptocurrency also you can trade. And the last thing is called commodity. So you can actually trade all this simultaneously. So sometimes it's very risky, okay, to actually trade simultaneously. Especially you must able to know how to read the margin level, capital that you're having. So again, always stress that capital, the requirement is very important. Make sure that we know how to manage the money. This is I want to add.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good, very good. So you diversify your risk and also you manage your risk management very well. You can see that. Okay, so do you mind going to the last slide?
The last slide.
Yeah.
Okay.
So okay, again, the offer is very attractive. Yes, you're only having a profit sharing of 16%. And your interval is a quarterly basis. So for those of you who wish to read up more or to understand more about Jeff Yong as a PAMM master, please go to our website PAMM and then search for Jeff Yong. You'll find his PAMM ID and also PAMM details there. Okay, so for the moment we stay on the line, Jeff, because we'll be moving to the other 2 masters, but we'll be coming back at the end of the session for Q&A together with you. Is that okay?
No problem.
Yeah. So thank you very much for your sweet presentation. We will get back to you shortly after the other 2 masters present. Then we have a Q&A session. Thank you, Jeff.
All right, good evening, everybody. All right, firstly, I would like to thank to FXPRIMUS for giving me the opportunity to present this tonight for our PAMM to the client. Okay, our PAMM, you can search in the PAMM name in the, our jobless PAMM. And now we are ranking on number 9, if you can see it. All right. Actually, we are jobless team consists of 3 members. Okay, all of us have more than 10 years in forex trading. Okay, the strategy of our trade is buy at low and sell high, but we have a trend filter. In the same time, we are using semi-auto strategy. The trade are open manually, but close with robot. Our strategy actually we have run almost 3 years in other account. Okay, as you can see, we are right now at the number 9 ranking in FXPRIMUS PAMM. So let's go detail on this jobless PAMM. Okay, if you can see now our total gain is 177.29. Okay, our daily gain is 0.39. Our H account is 174 days. Maximum drawdown is 21.27. Okay, our type account is ECN. Okay, for the general information, our account created on 26 June 2018, almost just now about 6 months. Our start capital from 500 USD, around 500. Okay, our active day is 112 days. Our follower until now is not too much, just 5 followers. And then we have 3 offer, right? So for the weekly gain, if you see, start from July, okay, until December, average our weekly gain is almost, if the averaging is 5%. Okay, for the time being, during for the 6 months, we have a minus only 2 or 3. On 3rd August is a minus 6.59. But for the another weeks, for the follower next week, we are covered. We get a 10.74%, so almost 4%. Okay, now we go to the 5 October, which is a minus 3.95, and then for the next week we are covered almost 7%. Okay, which is we get 10.58%. For the 30 November, not reach 1%, but for the next year we are covered until the 6%. So if you see the statistic, even we have a 3 minus 3 days or 3 weeks for the minus, but for the final we still have covered, right? And then almost what we can say for the average is around 5%. This is not our promise, but this is actual data for the weekly what we get.
Okay. Very good.
Okay, we are just focused only a 3 pay, which is EJ. For the currency popularity is 29%, GBP USD 43%, and Euro USD only 27%. Right? So now we go to the next. Okay, this is our statistic for the overall. Our gain is 177. Our daily is not too much, only 0.39%. Okay, our maximum drawdown is 21%. Maximum daily gain 38%. Maximum daily loss 21%. Exposure level 1.27%. Our relative gain is 177. Okay, profit day is about 75%. Okay, our floating drawdown is very small, 0.11%. ROR 0.14. All right, we go to the next. So you can see now we have a 3 offer. The lowest is this is offer our graph. The lowest is until now around 4.68%, and the second 5.02%, and the last 5.35%. We offer our client about, we have a 3 offer, right? Okay, for the first offer, performance fee about 30%, and then the penalty is around 2%. So for the initial assignment is $100 only. So this is a trading interval for the weekly, right? Okay, for the second offer is a performance fee. We take around 20%. Okay, the yearly revocation penalty is also same for the first offer, just 2%. This is initial assignment. You can start around minimum of 1,000 USD. This is also weekly for the trading interval. And then for the last but not least, our performance fee is 25% only. For the penalties is also same, 2%. And then this minimum initial around 500,000. 500 USD.
500 US dollar. Yes.
Sorry.
Okay,
So
no
this,
problem.
for the trading interval is also weekly. So this is
Okay.
offer is which is the best we can offer.
Very nice, very nice. Very balanced, very balanced. Yeah.
Okay, for the total trade until now, for the 6-month period, 833. Okay, average win we got 158 point. All right. For the profit factor, we have not too big lah. Our profit factor just 2.39%, 2.39, but our recovery factor is quite big lah, 12.27 lah.
Okay.
So I think it's the rest lah for my explanation lah about the jobless.
Very good, very good. I think it's very, very conservative because your average order duration is only 13 hours. So you
Yes.
don't hold too long, which
Yes.
is a good thing also. Yeah.
Yes.
Then you probably identify the opportunity, the entry time you identify very accurately. Then you write your profit, and then if it doesn't go well, you actually cut loss quite fast, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, very good, very good. And your offers, 3 of them, 20%, 25%, and 30%. If the investor follows with a bigger amount, you will take a lesser cut. Yeah. So if they follow with 1,000 USD, then you only take 20% cut, which is fair. And if they follow with only a smaller amount of only 100 USD, then you take a bigger cut of 30%.
Yes,
so it's
correct.
balanced. Yeah, it's fair. It's fair. I like what I'm seeing because you only focus on 3 pairs, and
Yes, correct.
your drawdown is very low. It's only about 21%. Yeah.
Yes.
So and what I like best is that I can see that every week averagely you're hitting about 5%. If you do have a loss, also you cover it back the next week. Yeah, the following week.
Yes, correct. So that's why we I strongly recommended about the weekly target lah.
Correct. It's very good. It's very good. It's very good. Anything else you want to share with us, Jobless?
Yes, correct. That's all.
Yeah. I think your PAMM summary and presentation is very, very straightforward, direct to the point, and very effective.
Yes, thank you.
I think a lot of investors and followers will like what they see here. Basically, let me just give a summary of the three masters that we had. Don't go away yet, Jobless. Don't go away yet. Basically, the first one we had was Jeff Yong. Basically, Jeff Yong was a middle to long-term investor, where his offers was quarterly trade interval. Okay, for Jeff Yong, this is our first master. So as a summary, Jeff Yong is more of a middle to long-term trader, and he holds his positions for maybe 1 week or 8 days, as you can see here by the statistics. Okay, and he only focuses on 3 pairs for Jeff Yong, based on the statistics here. For FX last year, he's got a very interesting trading strategy using volatility and volume, and the correlation between currencies, and also using market psychology, and of course phases of the market between trending and also ranging. So Jeff Yong is doing pretty well. hitting a return of 163% and ranking number 10 currently on our PAMM website. So his offers currently on the website, there's about 6 offers. 6 offers over here, ranging from every single one of them has a profit sharing of 30%, but the minimum investment amount is also 1,000 USD. Okay, so the main difference is actually the marketing commission at the end, but no worries. We will.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ed,
So
do you
it's a
want to
good
tell
thing.
us?
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry, Ed, to jump in as well. Do you want to tell
No
us
worries.
more about jobless as well?
Okay, jobless. Jobless. I think deep down he's a very nice, friendly guy, and for his PAM, I would say it is very nicely balanced in terms of risk to reward. He's averaging about 5% so far per week, and his drawdown, which is very important. Whenever we try to choose a master, first of all, normally we will have a look at the drawdown. In this case, his drawdown is only 21%. That means his maximum exposure was only 21% of his capital, which is very decent. Okay. It's very decent, and he only focuses on 3 pairs, which is another positive point, meaning that he can largely understand and control the trades of just by focusing on 3 currencies. Yeah. So,
Okay.
and his average order duration is only 13 hours. That means he seldom holds his trades overnight, which means that he enters the trades, collects his profit, or makes a small loss, and then he will exit the trade. So very seldom he will hold the trades overnight based on this statistic.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah,
All right. Well,
yeah,
thanks
that's
for
good.
all our masters and thanks for everybody online. Please, if you have any questions, send them now. We're gonna be staying online for the next 10 minutes, let's say, having a questions and answers. So if you do send the questions, I will be reading it out, and any of the masters will be addressing the questions to them.
Yeah, for the participants, if you have any questions, please send them in right now. We are going to spend another 10 minutes waiting for your questions.
Okay. Ed, you should be able to see the questions as well in 1, 2, 3. All right. So we have a question from Mr. Bill. Do you have a password to join your offer? Which one of the offerings are you asking about, Mr. Bill? Jobless or Jeffy Young? FX and Jobless. So, FX. Mr. Jobless, do you have a password in order for someone to join your strategy? Jobless?
No.
No password.
No. Don't have.
Okay.
No password.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that means for Bill to join Jobless, you just have to create your PAM account ID as a follower, PAM follower. Then you need to fund
Yes.
your PAM account, and then you go
Yes.
into the PAM website to select Jobless offer, and then you can allocate your funds to Jobless.
Yes,
Okay.
correct.
And Mr. FX starts here. Do you have a password for your offer?
No, there's no password. So you need to select the PAM webinar 1. That one has no password.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you. All right, Bill. Thanks for the question. Any more questions, everyone? We're going to be here for 10 minutes, so please feel free with any questions. Okay.
Yeah, this is the one.
Okay, so this question, Mr. Bill, do you mind dropping your email in the questions? And I will have somebody following up directly with you on that from the account managers. Because this question is more for the account managers rather than the PAM masters. Okay, sounds good. We'll follow up with you directly. No worries. It's okay. All right. Any more questions, anybody? All right. Waiting. Ed, while we wait for questions, what do you think of our masters?
Yeah. Well, definitely it's nice to finally hear the voice behind the masters, because a lot of times you only see the name and the statistic and their performance. So it's finally good to listen to the voice behind the traders. Yeah. So I find that FX Stars here and also Jobless, or even Jeff Young, each of them, again, remember, every trader will have a different strategy, okay, and different preference and style. That is given. But more importantly, as a follower, please remember to, the advice is to diversify masters, meaning that choose at least 2 or 3 masters, okay? Although all 3 masters tonight are pretty good, but it's always good to diversify among the masters also, so that because every single master will have a different risk and reward strategy. So when some masters are not really performing, at least the other 2 or 3 masters can still cover for the slowdown.
Okay, sounds
So it's a
good.
good idea to choose at least 2 or 3 masters for your funds.
That sounds good. Okay, so we have another question for Jobless. If the fund is more than 10K, will the trade lot size be reduced, Mr. Jobless? Jobless? Okay, we'll come back to that one. We have another question from Manoharan. Can I use my existing account and transfer to PAM account? So Edmund went through this earlier in the webinar. Basically, your normal FXPRIMUS account, you just opt into PAM from your members area.
Yeah, you will be transferring your funds from your MT4 personal account. You log into your member area, okay? Log into your member area, FXPRIMUS member area. Then you go to transfer funds. So you'll be transferring funds from your existing MT4 account to your PAM follower ID account.
Okay. Thank you, Edmund.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Jobless. Mr. Jobless, you have the question, which is, if the fund is more than 10K, will the trade lot size be reduced?
10K?
Yeah, if the fund is more than 10K, will the trade lot size be reduced?
Size will be reduced?
Yeah, of the lot.
Okay, I believe the question of the client is, when your fund size, let's say Bill follows you with 10,000 USD, so will your lot size still be consistent with your risk management strategy?
Okay, if the fund are more than K, okay, the risks are also the same, follow the exactly data on the statistic.
Okay, so for example, for everybody's understanding, if your capital is 1K, usually what kind of lot size do you trade?
We still use the same lot size.
Same lah, so it's proportionate. So when the capital increase by 10K, you just increase your lot size amount.
Okay, for time being, still the same. We see how big the investor, and then we will decide lah. Maybe times 2 or times 3.
Okay. Does that answer your question, Mr. Han Ling?
Yeah, it is actually a pool fund lah. So when additional funds come in from investors, for example, if Jobless was trading only, let's say 0.1 lot for every 1,000 USD, when they do receive more funds, let's say another 10,000, he just will probably trade 1.0 lot instead of just 0.1.
Yes, 0.1.
Yeah, so it's proportionate in terms of the lot size to the capital, and the risk will largely be quite similar lah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, let's go to the next question. Is Mr. Rajan, how long must we stay in the program? Are you directing the question towards a specific? How long must we stay in the program? Mr. Rajan is asking.
Okay, I can answer this on behalf of the masters. Basically, the only restriction
He's
in terms of
asking jobless
living.
directly, by the way, but yeah, and
Oh,
let's
so
tell him
sorry.
in
Go ahead. Go
general.
ahead.
No, no, let's tell him in
Yeah.
general. Yeah, and then we
Okay.
can have jobless answer.
Okay. Okay. In terms of how long we need to stay invested, there is actually no restriction unless the master sets a early revocation penalty. Okay. For example, jobless, you set your interval as weekly, correct?
Yes, weekly. For
Yeah,
the
weekly.
penalty, just 2%.
Correct. So what this means is if the interval is weekly, you just have to wait until the end of the week before you can withdraw your profits or your capital. Okay.
Yes,
The
correct.
only the only the only concern when you want to withdraw maybe could be for the offer presented by Jeff Yong. For Jeff Yong, his offer is quarterly. That means you can only withdraw your capital or your funds in 3-month intervals. You have to wait 3 months before you can withdraw. But you can still withdraw if it's an emergency, but he will charge you a revocation penalty. Yeah. So in terms of getting out of the program, getting your funds out anytime, it can be done. The only question is whether there is a penalty or not. So if it is done during the interval period, then there won't be any penalty.
Okay, sounds good. We got another question. This one is for Mr. Jeffy Young. It's from Amirul, and the question is, I see that the initial investment for Jeff Young is quite reserved. If the initial investment is high, would you be using the same strategy, opening more lots positions?
Actually, it depends on the situation. So to me, because I have capital, to me is important, as I mentioned earlier. So if I say in the additional 100, it doesn't affect the overall of the capital unless it's more than 2,000.
Okay, I got you. And another question from Mano. I believe this is in general for PAM, so maybe Ed, you can answer that. Thanks, Mr. Jeff, for the answer. The question from Mano is, if I sign up for PAM account, will I be able to view the platform trades?
Okay, for any follower, you will not be able to view any live trades, but you'll be able to receive statements once the rollover is done on a daily basis. So you'll be receiving daily statements, but you will not be able to see the live trades to protect the master strategy. So you'll be only receiving daily statements. Does that answer your question?
Thank you. All right. Anyone more questions? This is good. We're getting a bunch of questions. I like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The tab is opening.
Yeah. Okay, so let's give it another 1 more minute for questions. If we don't have anything, we'll just... So just for everyone to know, the recording of the webinar is going to be available on our YouTube channel, hopefully sometime next week. So you can just review the recording whenever you feel like it. And if you have any questions, you can obviously contact your account managers to help you sign up for PAM if you're not already on PAM. And any feedback on the webinar would be very much welcomed. Okay, we have another question. For revocation ended, we can withdraw on the same day, right? So basically, the withdraw clause doesn't change. I mean, if you're processing a withdrawal, you're processing a withdrawal as long as the funds are available to be withdrawn.
Yeah, once you perform a revocation, your funds from PAM will actually be in your member area. So if you are saying withdrawing back to your personal bank account, then you need to make sure you withdraw it from your member area back to your bank account. Yeah, if not, it'll just sit in your member area account. Is that a question?
Yeah, that answers the question, I believe. Mr. Bill, regarding your question as well, we will add it to the list of the account managers to answer.
Okay, I think so far we're getting very good feedback. I think this is mostly due to the good sharing by the three masters, because the sharing by the three masters helps to enlighten a lot of potential followers on how the whole system works, and especially how the masters trade and make profits from the market.
Okay, we have another question from Mr. Han following up on his early one. I mean the early reservation penalty. I'm not sure I understand that. Do you mean that you will be able to withdraw the amount you were penalized for leaving early? Until Mr. Han answers us, we have another question from Mr. Rajan. Can I transfer the money back to my MT4 account? If you're referring to your original account MT4, once you withdrew the money back from PAMM back to the members area, you can put it back into the normal MT4. It technically is actually, but yeah, you can still
Yes,
use it
you
on
can.
your normal MT4 again.
Yes, you can do that, Mr. Rajat.
Okay, great. All right. Any more questions? Let's just wait
Just
for
a little
Mr.
bit.
Hunt to clarify. Yeah.
Correct. Just another note to most traders or newbies. We do a lot of training classes here. We also advise our students to allocate some funds onto PAMM Masters, because new traders will not instantly be able to profit consistently in the market. So while they are learning to trade, they can actually allocate additional funds to the PAMM Masters to generate the profits for them, so that they have additional income, either to support their learning journey when they learn how to trade on their own MT4 account, or even as a income that they can withdraw. Mr. Horn has okay. We will get one of our colleagues to contact Mr. Horn regarding his question, but generally
Okay.
the interval will only last about 1 hour every time. So I believe what he was asking is, if he withdraws one day after the interval has ended, will he be penalized? If it's a weekly interval, and let's say the interval was on a Monday and he withdraws on a Tuesday, then he should be penalized still on a Tuesday.
Okay. I
He just
think
has
it's
to wait
best
for
we
that
leave it
interval.
for Mr. Hung. Can you drop
Yeah,
us your email address in the questions, please, so we can have an account manager follow up with you. We have another question from Mr. Bill. Basically, is there any password from the master if I want to revoke? Let's ask the masters.
no.
Oh, there's no.
Yeah, there's none.
Okay. Well, that sounds good.
It's okay. We can let the masters participate. Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Jobless. Do you have any passwords if anybody wants to revoke?
No password from jobless. Still.
Yeah. Okay. Mr. Young. Mr. Young.
Oh,
Yeah. Any
also no
passwords?
password.
No passwords as well. Okay,
No
sounds good.
password required.
And FX starts here. Any passwords if somebody wants to
No
revoke?
password as well.
On revoking, no password as well. Okay.
No
Yeah, no
password as
passwords
well.
for
That's
revoking.
right.
Yeah, no passwords.
All right. So that answers it, I believe. What do you think, Ed? Should we have more questions or?
Well, if I guess most of the questions are good questions. A lot of it, the followers, you will actually learn the mechanism and the system once you open your PAM account. Again, most important is how to get your PAM account open and funded, and how to select the offers provided by the masters. I would suggest that once you guys have your accounts open and understand the procedure for funding a PAM account, which is not difficult, it's just done in your member area. Most importantly, I think you can consider selecting all these 3 masters and allocating some funds to each of them, because I can see that each of them are having different, again, risk and reward ratios. And I believe most of them or all of them will contribute positively to your overall investment portfolio.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you. Yeah, that sounds good. I have one last question then just before we end the webinar. It's for Mr. Jeff. So the question is, what is the average return for the past 3 months on your PAM?
The past 3 months a bit weak, because as I said, if you look at the chart that presented previously, now it is a downtrend. So I'm actually holding some of the open position. The last few weeks it doesn't show a return.
Okay, okay. No worries. Sounds good. Thanks for the answer. All right, Ed, a thank you note from your side before we end this.
Okay. Yeah, I think it's been a very interesting 1 hour together with FX Starts here, Jeff Young, and also Jobless. I like it. I think we can do a follow-up webinar soon for maybe other masters, or even for this 3 particular masters itself.
Maybe
Yeah.
our client can send us their suggestions, which masters they want to hear more about, and then we can interview those masters.
Yes, correct. That is also another option. Yeah. So of course, yeah, those are great ideas. Of course, sincerely, I would like to thank FX Starts here, Mr. Ryan. I would also like to thank Jobless. I don't know his real name. And of course, I would like to thank Mr. Young, Jeff Young, for spending your valuable time and sharing a lot of insights into your trading strategies with us. Yeah. Mo, would you like to add anything before I wrap up?
You said it all. Thank you, everyone. Mr. Jobless, Jeff Young, FX Start here. You're unmuted, so you'll be able to say thank you if you want to.
All right, thank you so much for arranging this session. And I hope that you guys would do this on a more regular basis.
Thank you. Thank you for
Yes,
having
thank you, Ryan. Thank you,
right.
Ryan. We are definitely gonna do more stuff. Yeah. See you guys soon.
All right.
Okay.
Great. Thanks.
All right.
Yeah.
Good night.
Okay.
Bye.
Hey,
Thank you,
have a
everyone.
holiday season. Thank you. Take care.
All
Good
right.
night. Okay. Bye.
All right. Thank you, everyone on the webinar, for watching with us. Have a good evening.
Thank you.